What's going on, guys? What is going on today? We got some good conversations, man. Xbox is changing things up again. It feels like every week they're doing something drastic. I don't know. Pretty sure this is going to be good. We kind of needed this to happen. But let's get into it. ABK has officially came and gone. And I think a lot of people are wondering, what's next for Xbox? We had someone as Pete Hines leaving Bethesda. So there was just a lot of questions on, how is Xbox going to quality control Bethesda without Pete Hines? He was doing a lot over there at Bethesda. And now with him gone, there isn't that like equivalent to like a Phil Spencer over there, someone that is monitoring the entire publishing arm. One of the reasons that Microsoft and Xbox bought companies like ABK and Bethesda is they can run on their own. And I think that's the biggest thing. When Microsoft goes out and they look at these companies, they want to make sure that they don't have to do anything extra. That for the most part, it's a well-oiled machine that they might have to fix a couple cogs with. But for the most part, the company runs the way it does without intervening much from Xbox at all. Now, with something like Redfall happening, there was a lot of questions on, is the system that's already in place, is that good enough? And I think that's valid criticism. When you have something like Redfall come out right after they buy Bethesda, one of the first big games, and I think if I know correctly, put in the comment section below, but I think it was the first $70 title for Xbox was Redfall. There's going to be a lot of, half in, half out moves from people. People are going to be very skeptical when it comes to is the communication between Bethesda to Xbox and even ABK to Xbox, is that good? A lot of people have been criticizing the leadership and, wanting that communication to be tightened where stuff like Redfall's caught early and it doesn't go all the way to launch. So this morning we actually had some information come out on huge leadership changes at Microsoft, and that includes who's going to be running things over there at Bethesda. Let's bring it up. Microsoft reorgs its Xbox and marketing teams to prepare for an AI and gaming future. So let's go down. Let's blow this up just a little bit though. There we go. Microsoft is reorganizes its Xbox and marketing leadership less than 2 weeks after acquiring Activision Blizzard. Microsoft is promoting Matt Booty to president of game content and studios, including the new responsibility of ZeniMax, and Sarah Bond to Xbox president, overseeing all Xbox platforms and hardware work. On the marketing side, which I don't really want to get too much into that because, this video is really about going back and forth with the communication, but the marketing has, changed to a degree as well. The Xbox changes. Matt Booty will now lead an expanded organization inside Xbox Gaming, Microsoft Gaming, that now includes ZeniMax and Bethesda. ZeniMax will continue to operate as a limited integration entity led by Jamie Leder, president and CEO, reporting to Matt. Explains Microsoft Gaming. Phil Spencer said in an internal memo obtained by The Verge, Booty expanded role could help Microsoft Gaming avoid scenarios like Redfall in the future, with the Microsoft clearly focusing on better collaboration between the teams it acquired with ZeniMax and the Bethesda acquisition. So that's pretty much saying, look, that's another example of Phil Spencer learning from his mistakes. He has came out openly multiple times and agreed I could have done better when it comes to the communication between us and Bethesda and Arcane. Maybe could have even refocused Redfall or, worked on something else that needed to be worked on. Great games and Funimation, everything will do, explains Spencer in his memo. We believe that an expanded gaming content organization one that enables Xbox Game Studios and ZeniMax development studios to collaborate effectively together will empower those world-class studios to their best in growing our portfolio of games player love. Then Bond will not take over the hardware and software platforms of Xbox to manage the platform of today and build the platform of tomorrow. I like that little sentence, man. To manage the platform of today and build the platform of tomorrow. Really like that. We are bringing together the teams that will make this possible, explains Spencer. Sarah Bond will lead this team as president of Xbox, bringing together devices, players, and creator experiences, platform engineering, strategy, business planning, data and analytics, and business development. So pretty much what this means is, to me, Sarah Bond's taking over the majority of what Matt Booty was doing before. You know, he was in charge of the software development of the first party studios. She is picking up more of that role on top of that to what I'm reading here. And Matt Booty's going over there to ZeniMax. I think, he'll probably be over, ZeniMax. He'll be like the right hand man. This is the way I envision it. Okay. I envision there's two hands. There's Sarah Bond. Well, there's going to be technically three because someone's going to do this for Activision Blizzard King eventually. ABK is going to have their own version of this. I don't know if, whoever takes over Bobby's position, that's probably what's going to do this, but they're going to answer to one of these, to someone, and then that one person is going to talk to Phil. And I think that is how it's going to be. You're going to have these people at Bethesda. They're going to talk to Bobby. Bobby's going to oversee the stuff they're doing, and then Bobby's going to report back to Phil Spencer. That's the way I see it. That's the way I'm interpreting this information. Sarah's going to be the one at Xbox to oversee all the Xbox studios and report back to Phil Spencer. Now, she's going to have a little bit more of a role because she's also going to be handling subscription services. She's going to handle the hardware aspect, probably more of relations in general because, to my interpretation, she actually was a huge benefit to getting the Square Enix deal done. Her and Phil were going over there all the time, so I could see that working out as well. It's just interesting what's going on here. And, it's like I said, ABK is going to have their own version, I would assume, in the future. When they get that structure down and they get how that structure is going to happen, I do feel like they're going to have their own person over there at the ABK style that's going to do this with them. It's going to be three people talking to Phil, and those three people are going to oversee the entire publishing arms. It is interesting that they're putting Matt Booty over there. I don't know if it's essentially going to be taking over Pete Hines' position or if it's going to be a little bit above that and they're giving someone else Pete Hines' position. So they're just kind of overseeing Bethesda because, like I said, Phil Spencer doesn't want another Redfall situation. I don't think anyone wants another Redfall situation. Microsoft wants to make sure here going forward that they're going to get quality games every few months because that is going to lead to higher subscription rates. Look what's happening with Starfield right now. Starfield came out and, it's reported that it was the highest growth of Game Pass subscribers in a while. Go figure. Good games lead to sales. I've always said that. Good games, people will come. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how many times you drop the ball. Good games, people will come. I don't care if Microsoft doesn't make a good game for 10 years. If they start making good games, people will be like, let's go over here and see what Microsoft's doing. They're doing good things. I think things are good. Things are good at Xbox. We're going to see a lot of stuff coming up forward. We got the Video Game Awards coming up. I assume Microsoft's going to be there in some way, shape, or form. And we also, at the beginning of next year, most likely will have another developable direct where they'll go over Hellblade, Avowed, and whatever is ready to be shown at that time. I think it's a great time to be a gamer, especially an Xbox gamer. Put in the comment section below what you guys think with this, man. Do you think this change up is going to help with some of the quality and help some of the communication between these arms and Xbox and Microsoft? What is your opinion on this? Because to me, Phil Spencer is right here. He is the person in charge of all the gaming outlet, and he is the one that's going into the boardroom. Then you got on this side, you got Matt Booty. He's doing all ZeniMax. And then you got Sarah Bond. She's doing all of Xbox. And then over here, you got ABK doing all of ABK. Like I said, someone most likely will be taking that role. If not, they already have that role. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys think. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. If you like the video, hit that like button, man. Subscribe for weekly content. We're out of here.